Okay, so it has been a difficult week with my aunt, and I have finally come to a conclusion with how I'm going to handle this situation in the future. I I'm going to try to not look at it, but when I do look, I'm simply not going to argue with her. Whatever she says is true. Whatever she needs to believe, whatever is real to her, let it be real. Because it clearly upsets her to be argued with. I've always read that if you have a family member who gets dementia or Alzheimer's, it's best to not argue with them. It's better to just let them live in the reality that they want to live in, so that they have less mental stress trying to comprehend what you're saying to them and put it in terms with what they're experiencing, what they're remembering and believing. I'm not saying that my aunt has dementia or Alzheimer's, but what she is saying, she believes. So I'm not going to argue with her anymore. Let her do her rants to her cheering section. Let everybody, it's my fear with all of this right now. My biggest fear is that once this is seen, the entire family is going to go through a nightmare, because she has put me through a nightmare, and the internet is what it is. They're going to say, well, they deserve this. Look at what happened for 5 years to this bitch. But none of my family deserves to be targeted and harassed. Every member of my family has their own trauma, has their own problems, and they don't deserve to be targeted. And if I can put it to where I don't know how to phrase this. I don't know how to make this sound like I'm trying to make people sympathetic to my aunt, but I am. I don't want her targeted after all of this. I'm getting more viewers every day, and it makes me scared that people are going. As much as I want people to see it because I want it to stop, I'm also terrified people are going to see it because I know that the repercussions are going to be big for somebody, and nobody deserves it. I literally just want it to end. A lot of people would see and think that my aunt needs to be taken down a peg. But I don't believe that, because taking somebody down a peg, it implies hurting them on an emotional level and changing them. And I don't believe anybody deserves for that to happen. Everybody deserves to have some pride in themselves. Everybody deserves to have a little bit of feeling of goodness about themselves. Nobody deserves to be taken down. Nobody deserves to be hurt. Even the ones that want to hurt me. So from now on, I'm not going to look at it, but when I do look at it, I'm just in my mind going to tell myself that she has dementia and she doesn't know what she's saying. And some people, when they're very old, can get very, very mean, and they don't understand the gravity of what they're actually saying because their mind simply isn't there anymore. And she doesn't really have dementia, but it's easier for me to rationalize this type of behavior from my own family if I can say that she can't help herself. And I hope that when this all goes viral and people see it, that other people will say, well, she can't help herself, but this needs to stop.